just a month or two before the world shut down. We had Trumbull win both ends of that doubleheader, and it was an amazing night. Both games were great. The boys' game was amazing down to the last second. We had a packed house there. We're going to have a pretty full house here at Trumbull, and looking forward to another great game.
Absolutely, and it's so fun with the atmosphere here. The gym is packed. Everyone's in pink. Great cause, and we're about to have our starting lineups announced here.
Okay, so we'll tune in for Steve Spillane announcing the starting lineups for the teams.
Excellent.
In the name of former Trumbull student athlete Chelsea Cooper. Tonight features the St. Joseph Cadets against the Trumbull Eagles. First, the girls are playing, followed by the boys at 7:30. Fans, just a reminder, players and coaches of both teams appreciate your support and enthusiasm. Please remember the basic guidelines for good sportsmanship. Cheer for your team, not against your opponent. Refrain from the use of violent abuse of language for any reason. The officials who make every effort to call this game fairly, please show them respect. The athletes who prepare for this contest will try their best to win, but whoever loses, each will respect the other. We ask that you follow their example. Thank you for cooperation and enjoy the game. Tonight's officials for our first game are Rich Canito, Rick Dowling, and Al Vasquez. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the girls' team, sponsored by our event, the title sponsor this year, PTX Global Logistics. First, for the Trumbull High School Eagles, coached by Steve Kovich, with a record of 8-9 overall and 6-6 in FCI.
Trumbull being introduced first, even though it's at Trumbull High. St. Joe's is officially the home team for this game.
Kaylee Carson, first announced.
Number 42, senior Mary Lynch.
I'm sorry, number 10, Megan Garrity started off for Trumbull there. Corinne Collette.
And number 1, senior co-captain Emma Churchill. Now, the St. Joseph High School Cadets, coached by Chris Ringwald, with a record of 16-1 overall, Trumbull in the FCI. Starting number 10, senior Kaylee Carson. Number 15, senior Erica Stevens. Number 23, senior captain Kristen Rodriguez. Number 4, senior captain Kate Ridley. And number 0, senior captain Dennis. Fans, at this time, if you will, please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We will honor a former student athlete, Chelsea Cooper, with a few words from Coach Lindwall.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for supporting this incredible event again this year. Thank you to both administrations for making tonight happen. Tonight, we are here for a greater cause. The proceeds from tonight's game will benefit the Lots of Love Pediatric Cancer Foundation. This organization is near and dear to someone from our community we lost tragically on January 10th. Chelsea Cooper was a student athlete here at Trumbull High who graduated last year and played 4 years of soccer and 2 years of basketball for Coach Tosh. But Chelsea was special to many people, including myself and both basketball programs. Chelsea was an amazing daughter, sister, girlfriend, best friend, and friend to all. She was the smile that lit up the room whenever she entered. Her memory will live with many of us here forever, and I know we all miss her dearly. In addition, some of the proceeds from tonight will be put towards a scholarship in her name to a graduating senior from Trumbull High. As you can see, the room has been decorated with some light blue. It's not just a pink night, but it's also a light blue night. You'll see that the streamers and the balloons around the gym and each of the players have light blue on their sneakers, and each of the coaches have a light blue ribbon to remember Chelsea by. Chelsea, we all miss you so much. But you will always be in our hearts and here with us every day. We love you. If you now would all join me for a moment of silence in honor of Chelsea Cooney.
Thank you, Coach. Now, if you would all please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
And we are one step closer to action here at Trumbull High. So again, St. Joe's is officially the home team. They've opted to wear pink uniforms tonight. Trumbull High is actually in their black road jerseys and shorts for that reason.
Yeah, Jeff, it's just about tip-off time, a very touching moment to start the game, and now we got to get the energy ready for basketball on a great night here.
We got beautiful weather out tonight. We're going to continue tomorrow. Hopefully we get an electric atmosphere inside the gym tonight.
Absolutely, and the gym continues to pack up. We know this is a sold-out event. Tickets were tough to come by, and just a matter of time till there's standing room only.
I believe all tickets are not being sold at the door. I think people had to buy them online ahead of time in order to get in.
That is correct. There is none available at the door. They only would have sold at the door if there were any tickets left to be sold.
Yeah, so we're hoping next year's game is in the new facility being built at Fairfield U. If that stadium's ready, we'll be hopefully back there again for the Trumbull St. Joe's games next season. And here we go.
Yep. Mary Lynch is about to tip. Danae Hines wins the tip for St. Joe's. Down court quick, kicks it over to the baseline, up to the top, into the middle to Hines. Now on the baseline jumper for a long two, no good. Hines with the rebound and putback. St. Joe's comes out in a full court press. Trumbull's working it up the left sideline. And that's our first foul of the game. That's going to be a block called against 00 Danae Hines for St. Joseph's, and it'll be side out inbound for Trumbull High. Pass is inbound to number 3, Corinne Roulette. Brings it up one-on-one, top of the key. Picked by Lynch. Pulls up, nothing there. Back to the top of the key here for Trumbull. Working the ball. Left side, she drives. A little bit of contact, no call. Mary Lynch with the offensive board, and now Ulette kicks it to the baseline, out of bounds.
You can tell that this is a rivalry game. Both teams playing very hard right after the tip.
Absolutely, and I see Trumbull is coming into a 2-2-1 full court press as well. St. Joe's will inbound underneath. And that goes to the left side, quickly up court, mid-court. Point guard with the ball, dribbles down in the left corner, now back to the top of the key. Nice steal. Actually, jump ball there, broken up on a play by Mary Lynch and then grabbed by Garrity. And arrow is in possession, favor of Trumbull, so it'll be Trumbull ball. Inbound to Ulette. And back to Gentry. They're going to work it back and forth as they get across midcourt, and Gentry will now dribble over. Left baseline, drive by Ulette, now back to the top of the key. St. Joseph's with a aggressive 2-3 zone here against Trumbull. They're working it side to side, but they're rotating nicely. Long three-pointer by Garrity is no good, and that'll be St. Joseph's ball. Minute and a half into this game, just a 2-0 score here, Jeff. A lot of intensity.
Yeah, Garrity's three-point attempt was an air ball, didn't hit the rim. Still playing very hard on both sides, almost like it's the last minute of the game.
Yeah, and both teams in a full court press, which just stretches the floor and makes it go extremely quick, back and forth. St. Joe's with a give and go, number 4 to the hole, and scores on the layup. That was Catherine Rudney for St. Joe's with the 2. Now Ulette, top of the key, swings it over to Gentry. Back to the top. Working it back and forth between Gentry and Ulette. Unable to get it inside. St. Joseph's has the size down low in this game. Nice entry pass, but defended well. Swinging it around. Three-point attempt here by Ulette is just off. Rebound to St. Joe's, and they're pushing it the other way. Baseline and back. Mary Lynch in on the defense. Kick out, baseline jumper, short. Rebound offensive to St. Joe's. Inside. And that is a finish by Kirsten Rodriguez. And now St. Joe's up 6-0, and Trumbull coming back quickly. Garrity to Gentry at the top of the key. Coach is setting up a play. Steal by St. Joe's, and now Hines coming the other way and throws it out of bounds. That'll be back to Trumbull. Gentry's going to inbound. You got Ulette down. St. Joe's staying in the 2-2-1 full court press. Hasn't given Trumbull much trouble yet. Now Gentry hits the middle to number 32 in the game now for Trumbull High. That's Rylan Massey. Also on the court for the Eagles is Lauren Wright. Top of the key jumper just off the mark. St. Joe's coming the other way. Hits the right baseline, drive to the hoop, kick out baseline jumper, short, offensive rebound. Top of the key for St. Joe's. Now back to right. Pass is broken up and stolen by Trumbull. Lady Eagles coming right to left. And they find number 32, Rylan Massey, who kicks it out. Number 3, that's Ulette with a three-point attempt just off the mark. And now the other way, coast to coast, is number 10 for St. Joseph's. That's Kaylee Carson. And Trumbull's just has had some good looks, and they're just not dropping, Jeff, but St. Joseph's quick the other way. Lauren Wright over to Ulette. Now to Sarah Stoltz, top of the key, over to Gentry, back to Stoltz. Ulette at the top of the key. 3-point attempt now, just off the mark again. Off a defensive rebound to St. Joseph's, who comes the other way. Number 10, Kaylee Carson again, kicks it back to the top of the key. Number 4, Catherine Rudney, back to Carson. Rudney over to left baseline, jumper is good. That's number 15, Erica Stevens, with a 2-point jump shot. And with 2:46 left in the first period, it is 10-0 all St. Joe's Lady Cadets at the moment, Jeff.
A lot of the shots that the Eagles took were three-pointers. I wonder if Coach Tobish is going to make any adjustments on that and have him drive to the hoop maybe a little bit more than taking the three-point shots. But both teams continue to play very hard on both sides. One or two of the baskets by St. Joe's, they got to the basket, they found some holes, and were able to get there pretty easily. Trumbull's going to have to make some big-time adjustments to get back in this game. 10-point hole this early is not the place you want to be.
No, not against an undefeated St. Joseph's team who is coming into this game 12-0 in the FCAC. And the St. Joe's has had some good looks for three. But unfortunately, they haven't got any of those looks to fall. So
yeah, we are just about to come out of the timeout. And Coach Tobish has put his players back on the floor.
Yep, and I think the Lady Eagles had some really good looks, Jeff. A couple of those drop, and it's a close game. So and St. Joe's has so much size advantage on the inside. Trumbull, if they want to compete in this game, they're going to have some of those fall moving forward.
Absolutely, and I wonder if they're going to go for more of the two as opposed to the threes, as the first couple ones didn't drop very well for them.
At least try to get some points on the board. Lauren Wright working the ball across the top now to Massey. Over to Garrity. Now back to Wright. Swinging it back and forth, trying to find a hole in the zone, but it's not been easy to do for the Lady Cadets. I'm sorry, Lady Eagles here. Massey over to Garrity. Back to Massey. Number 2, Elizabeth Lynch.
This way you don't have to flip your page back and forth.
I appreciate that, Jeff. That will make my life much easier.
We have the rosters on both sides, and this way Paul doesn't have to flip-flop back and forth for numbers.
Absolutely. So now we're going. Good ball movement by the Eagles. It's just that zone is rotating very nicely for St. Joe's. He's got fresh legs in the game. Three-point shot for the Eagles is off the mark again, and St. Joseph's coming the other way quickly. Top of the key. Sets the offense into Hines at the free throw line. Over the top, just off the outstretched hands of number 21, Isabel Casucci there. Ball underneath to the Lady Eagles with 1:27 here in the first period, down 10. Let's see if Trumbull can get some points on the board here before we finish this first session. St. Joe staying in the 2-2-1 press, really just some token pressure to give him some stress to bring it over. Now Gentry drives all the way to the hoop, has to kick it back out. 2-point jumper for, that is good for Trumbull. That's Lily Seltenreich with the first points of the game for Trumbull. Nice top of the key jumper. 10-2 now. Trumbull Lady Eagles on D. Baseline jumper is off the mark. Offensive board by the Lady Cadets. Another baseline jumper. Once again off the mark. And out of bounds to the Lady Cadets there after a struggle between Mary Lynch and Hines. Hines is underneath to inbound the ball. Top of the key, kicks it over to the left. Now into Casucci, who kicks it back out. Drive to the hoop, no good. Casucci with the offensive board, also no good. Jump ball. That should be in favor of the Cadets. I believe the Eagles had the last one, and it is. That'll be Cadets ball underneath once again. Good hustle by the Lady Eagles. They were outsized there, and they just effort got them on their hands on the ball there. And there's Sultan Reich, almost breaks up the pass. And another hands on it again. Hines to the baseline, can't make the A-up go. It's Kasuchi with the follow-up and putback. 12-2. Lady Cadets, Eagles coming the other way. Gentry takes it over half court. Kicks it over to Ulette. Over to Stoltz in the left corner, back to Gentry. Works the top of the key and do not get a shot off there. That's unfortunate. But St. Joe's was playing intense defense. So at the end of one period of play, it is 12-2 in favor of the St. Joe's Lady Cadets.
I think the Eagles, the clock got away from him there. I don't think they realized how few seconds were left on the clock as they were passing the ball around. One of my observations is when Trumbull's got the ball and they're pressuring, trying to get down to the hoop, they're having a hard time penetrating and getting the ball into the key. They keep passing it around the three-point line. They're having a very difficult time trying to find somebody open to get somebody in for that closer shot, which is forcing them to have to take so many of those threes, which, as you've been saying, just haven't been falling yet tonight.
I agree, and what's happening is if you don't penetrate, the only couple really good looks they had for three were on the drive to the hoop to draw the defense in and a kick out. If you don't penetrate at all, you're not going to get open looks for three. And at this point, I would love to see them just, once they've had a couple opportunities inside where I would have liked to see them attempt to finish as opposed to the kick out, and see if they can draw a foul, get to the free throw line, or at least keep St. Joe's honest, knowing that they're going to attempt some points in the paint to so they can't stretch that zone as much as they're doing right now.
So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Tobis does here in the second quarter, knowing that he's got a 10-point gap that he's got to overcome.
And truthfully, there's just a considerable size match down low. I mean, St. Joseph's has some center and forward play that's taller and stronger than the Trumbull players and just sort of physical attributes. So the Eagles are going to have to get a little bit hot from the outside and work the ball in as well. Working out a little quicker here. Kick out to Sultan Reich, who drives. Nothing there. Finds Massey in the baseline. Now back to Gentry at top of the key. Gentry working one-on-one. Gets a pick from Massey, pulls up for three. And that one is good by Emma Gentry. 12-5. Nice start to the second period for the Lady Eagles. Hard on defense and a steal right away. Coming the other way now. And now back to the top of the key for Gentry to reset the Trumbull offense, down 12-5. Gentry looking for a pick, nothing doing. They are playing a man-to-man now. And Gentry all the way to the hoop. Draws the foul. That was a nice take to the basket. And Gentry will go to the line to shoot two.
Trumbull playing a little bit more aggressive and finding a little bit more success so far, moving the ball early in this second quarter.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise there to see St. Joseph's, who was really controlling the defensive end of the ball, to come out in a man-to-man. That 2-3 zone was really giving Trumbull fits the whole first quarter. So they moved to a man-to-man, and that was the first opportunity because the bigs were drawn out playing their man, and Entry went one-on-one against the guard to the hole, makes the first of two free throws. Now a 12-6 game, and she's got one more coming up. Second one is up and also good. Gentry with a quick 5 points in a row herself to start this quarter. 12-7, just like that, Jeff. Trumbull in that 2-2-1, and a steal by Lily Seltenreich. And unfortunately, she had the dribble on the steal, picked it up, and went again instinctively. That's a double dribble. That'll turn it back over to St. Joseph's. But the Eagles really coming out on fire in this second quarter.
A little bit of a confidence booster going forward now.
100%. And St. Joe's now a little sloppy here to start this period. Hines has it way out, top of the key. Now pass inside to Kasuchi, who pulls up and is short. Rebound by Massey on Trumbull. Now to Seltenreich on the right key. Finds Gentry in the middle. She brings it over half court, working at the top of the key. She gets a pick from Massey. Drives, kicks it over in the baseline to Ulette. Sorry, that's... Now Seltenreich, top of the key. That was Lauren Wright in the baseline. Massey with a nice pick for Seltenreich, who pulls up for a two-point jumper and just in and out, but nice rebound by Massey, who jump ball, and that jump ball, I believe, will go to St. Joe's. I think Trumbull had it to start the quarter. I love the intensity the Eagles are playing with right now, Jeff. Couple more good looks there.
We got a lot more fire under them right now in the second quarter.
Mary Lynch back in the game, and also Megan Garrity back in the game for the Eagles. They back off quickly from that 2-2-1 press. Now down low. That's tough to stop there. That's Kirsten Rodriguez with a nice drop step post move for two. 14-7. Eagles take it across half court. Finds Stoltz down in the baseline for three is Garrity, just short. Trumbull with the rebound. Kick it out. Number 10. Drive to the hole all the way. Can't get it. Nice rebound by Sarah Stoltz. She finds number 12, Lauren Wright, who takes it across half court, now working at the top of the key. Massey once again with that pick. Wright finds Mary Lynch for a nice baseline jumper, just off the mark, in and out. Rebound St. Joe's, and they come the other way. And that's Catherine Rudini with the ball top of the key. Rudini finds number 10. Two-point hoop there again for the St. Joe's Cadets. 16-7 now. Eagles taking it up across half court once again. Lauren Wright with the ball over to Stoltz, back to Wright. Pump fake, takes it a little bit, block shot. Catherine Rudini going coast to coast, a little bit of a, and that is a travel. I didn't want to say it. I thought I saw it, but I was waiting for the call.
Yeah, she lost the handle on that and took a few too many steps trying to get control of the ball back.
So that'll be underneath ball to Trumbull. Back into the game is Corinne Ulette. She will inbound. She hits Gentry on the right wing. Back to Ulette. Back to Gentry. And back to Ulette. And they are over midcourt. Now Gentry working on the right corner to the middle. She finds Garrity on the right wing. Now Ulette on the left wing. A little bit of rotate. Find Garrity top of the key. Gentry baseline, driving, kicks it out to Lauren Wright for three. Just off the mark again. Having some good looks here, Jeff. Now Rudini coming the other way, finds Kaylee Carson, who finds Kirsten Rodriguez, who finds Kasuchi in a...
Emma Gentry with a beautiful block there to knock the ball out of the hands of the St. Joe's player.
I didn't have a good angle on it. It looked like a clean block. The student section thought it was a clean block, but they're a little bit biased.
Yeah.
So it is nonetheless a shooting foul. So Kasuchi's going to go to the line to shoot two, Jeff. First one is coming, and it is no good. So Kasuchi will have one more. Elizabeth Lynch into the game now for Trumbull. Replaces Lauren Wright. And Kasuchi has one more coming up with 3:46 to go in the first half. And that free throw is now up and no good. Rebound to Kirsten Rodriguez. Hines kicks it over to Rudini, who hits the three. That's one of the St. Joseph's captain with a three-point look and nothing but net. St. Joe's brings it. I'm sorry, Eagles coming the other way now. Gentry over half court, center of the court. And St. Joe's quickly went back into that 2-3 zone. They went man-to-man just for a short time, and Trumbull did great against it, so not surprising that they're back to the 2-3 zone. Gentry looking for some penetration, kicks it out to Number 10, Garrity, who finds Ulett on the right wing. Back to top of the key. Lynch now with the ball. Back to the top of the key, Garrity. Pump fake over to Ulett. Just in and out. Off the hands of Mary Lynch on the rebound. And that'll be Cadets ball with 2:50 here in the first half. Once again, Eagles in a 2-2-1 full court press. Casucci inbounds to Hines, back to Casucci. Brings it up, now to Kirsten Rodriguez, back to Casucci again. And back to Rodriguez. All their bigs coming up, and now you got Kaylee Carson looking for three, and that one is good. Timeout, Lady Eagles, after back-to-back three-pointers by the Lady Cadets.
So the Eagles opened up this second quarter, getting 5 quick points, but that's quickly been erased by 10 straight by St. Joe's.
Absolutely, you know, they just, and St. Joe's did get in that little bit of a lull. They went to a man-to-man defense. Trumbull Eagles did really well against it. The coach quickly put them back into that extended 2-3, which Trumbull has been having fits against, trying to find an open look. But then, the last couple shots they made were deep threes, nothing but net. That's pretty hard to defend on any level. So it's going to be a shootout if we want to get back into this game. We've had some good looks from three, and they've been back of the rim, front of the rim, really close. I think we can make 2-3 in a row. It's not out of out of the reach just yet, but they've got to be very careful as it's just about halftime.
And you can tell that the air's been let out of the team just a little bit, because if you look over at the Trumbull student section, the Black Hole in pink tonight,
yes,
they're all sitting. That's not something you usually see from the Black Hole.
No, and it's a big night for the students, and we have the boys and girls games, so they're in for a long night ahead. So let's see if these girls can make some shots here at the final 2.5 of the first half, and then get it to maybe single digits or close, and regroup at halftime and see if they could come out on a little bit of a run.
Yeah, we know what this Trumbull team over the last couple years has had a lot of success, and we know that they have a great coach, so hopefully they can make some adjustments and get back into this game.
I agree, and I've seen those teams over the last few years, and they're usually extremely competitive, and these are some great athletes. I think they're also running into probably one of the best teams in the state in St. Joe's, so it's extremely a tough task tonight. Now Lauren Wright drives in, picked up by Kirsten Rodriguez, who draws a travel. Just solid sliding of the feet by the St. Joseph girls defense there. Now we're in a 1-2-1-1 full court press matchup zone. And St. Joe's working it around, nicely done. Rudini now on the baseline, kicks it back to Hines at the right wing, back to Rudini for, nope, she dumps it into Casucci, who kicks it out to Kaylee Carson for three. And that's nothing but net. 3 in a row from deep for St. Joseph's. They're getting very hot. Number 10, Kaylee Carson with the last 2 in a row. Now Gentry top of the key for St. Joe's, over to Ulett. Back to Gentry, over to Wright. Ulett now driving. Over to Lynch. Gentry for 3. Oh my God, in and out, Jeff. They're just not getting the falls, and that is going to be a foul on number 2, Elizabeth Lynch for the Eagles. Little contact on the arm, going for the steal.
It's one of those nights when you get those in and outs. It's not the first one that's happened for them tonight. They had a good look, good shot, and literally in and out of the basket.
I thought that was in, Jeff. It looked like it was all the way in, and it just snuck out.
13 straight for the Cadets.
Now a steal by Massey into Garrity. Seltenreich with the drive, kick out to Massey. Top of the key, almost at half court for Garrity. Now Mary Lynch over to Sarah Stoltz, who drives baseline. Nice take, looks for the kick out, and nothing there. 15, Erica Stevens for St. Joe's goes the other way. Now back to the top of the key, Catherine Rudini finds Rodriguez, who kicks it out, baseline, back to Rudini, back to Rodriguez. Good ball movement. She tries to go over the top, can't get this pass. Broken up by Mary Lynch, and now Stoltz coming the other way for the Eagles. Now Seltenreich, top of the key for the Eagles. Mary Lynch over to Stoltz. Drives on Casucci, Nice take to the rim, can't get the finish. Good look. Kasuchi with the rebound over to Rudini, who takes it across half court for St. Joe's. Top of the key to Carson, over to Rudini on the right wing. Inside to Kasuchi, top of the key, who dumps it down to Kirsten Rodriguez, who kicks it out to Kaylee Carson, who missed that one. Offensive board, another offensive board, another offensive board. Kasuchi, Rudini, Kasuchi went back to back to back on 3 offensive boards in a row with that size, and on the last attempt, Kasuchi was fouled on a shooting attempt, so she'll get 2 with 8.5 seconds left here in the first half of play. The first is up and good. She'll have one more coming. Gentry checking back into the game for the Eagles. She replaces Elizabeth Lynch. No, I'm sorry, she replaces Mary Lynch. And Ulette back into the game as well for Seltenreich. And with 8.5 seconds to go, Kasuchi will have one more free throw, which is up and no good. Rebound Gentry. She hits ahead to Garrity, who takes it all the way to the hoop. And that is blocked out of bounds to the Eagles with 2.5 seconds to go. Good look ahead there for the Eagles.
This time, good awareness of the clock, but they didn't have at the end of the first.
Correct. Now, they're going to have to take a desperation shot. Long 3, up, and, well, it's fitting that it would just be in and out to end the half. It looked like that's all their 3s did go in and out, so they had a little bit of a run to start the second period, but unfortunately, after that 5-0 run, St. Joseph's finished the half on a 14-0 run, and a score here at halftime, 26 for the Lady Cadets, 7 for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, when we thought the Eagles might have a chance to get back in this, St. Joe's just went into overtime and started pulling away. So 26-7 right now as we head into the half. Trumbull's got their work cut out for them in the second half to try to get back into this game. All right, why don't we take a quick break? We'll be back here on 10 and TCTV for the second half.
Hello, this is Coach Tobish, head coach of the Trumbull Lady Eagles girls basketball team. This is 10, the Trumbull Eagle Network.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SavedByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SavedByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SavedByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Hey, Kevin, thinking about saving for retirement?
Yeah, but how do I start?
It's easy with Avo, a retirement coach. Let's learn the Avo bet. A's for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sick?
Barely. V is for variety.
Huh, change up my strategy. Okay.
O's for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Your daughter doesn't want to talk about why her room is a horrible mess. Your son doesn't want to talk about why he's wearing mismatching socks. Your spouse doesn't want to talk about their bad haircut. Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk to plan for an emergency. Pack basic supplies in a go bag: water, canned food, flashlights, batteries, medical supplies, IDs, and some cash. Talk about where you'll meet in case you lose one another. And of course, don't forget to pack the dog treats. Talk to your family and make an emergency plan. Go to nyc.gov/readyny or call 311 to make your family's emergency plan. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Hey y'all, Jeff Foxworthy here. Now, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing over and over for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
That's why I'm filling in for Smokey to switch things up, because there's a lot more to say. And I should know because my grandfather was a firefighter. And one of the things he taught me is that the people that love the outdoors the most are often the ones accidentally starting wildfires, which means always BYOB. No, bring your own bucket to the campfire. And be extra careful with things like burning yard trimmings. Don't just walk away, or chances are of the outdoors. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your daughter doesn't want to talk about why her room is a horrible mess. Your son doesn't want to talk about why he's wearing mismatching socks. Your spouse doesn't want to talk about their bad haircut. Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk to plan for an emergency. Pack basic supplies in a go bag: water, canned food, flashlights, batteries, medical supplies, IDs, and some cash. Talk about where you'll meet in case you lose one. Talk to your family and make an emergency plan. Go to nyc.gov/readyny or call 311 to make your family's emergency plan. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work.
Sorry, I'm late.
Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working.
Who, me?
Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
ACBI is the largest privately held insurance broker in Connecticut, specializing in personal and commercial insurance. Contact Sean Rabinowitz today at 203-418-4192 or visit him online at acbi-ins.com. Visit Paramenis Dental Group at our new state-of-the-art office at 105 Technology Drive right here in Trumbull, where we promote healthy teeth and gums for the whole family. Call Paramenis Dental at 203-459-8990. Visit us online at paramenisdentalgroup.com. The Trumbull Touchdown Club is the nonprofit booster club that supports and enhances all levels of the Trumbull High School football program. Current football families and alumni are encouraged and invited to join, get involved, and support the team. Membership starts at just $60 per year. Contact the Eagles at administrator@trumbullfootball.com for more information. The Trumbull Touchdown Club is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. All membership fees and donations are tax deductible.
For those
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you retirement plan on track, visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Mike King, Director of Athletics for the Trumbull Public Schools, and you are listening to the Trumbull Eagles Network, number 10.
And we are back here at Trumbull High School. Second half just about to get started. Eagles are trailing 26-7. Jeff Alterman, Paul Augusti, and joining us for hopefully much of the second half is Todd Manuel. So Todd, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I tell you, the clock went by pretty fast, and that's what happens when there's not a lot of stoppages. Quick glance, I think I looked at the scoreboard right before it reset. I think Trumbull only had three fouls against them versus 1 for St. Joe's, and that was on that first pressure on the sideline close to us here.
You're absolutely right. That block, outside of that, it was a clean game and a fast game, and it didn't go in favor of the Eagles. We missed every 3 seemed to go in and out, and then they made a little run to start that second quarter and then couldn't keep it going. St. Joe's got on a hot streak, and they're going to hopefully have some serious adjustments at halftime to try to get back in this game early in the third.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring up adjustments. I think Coach Lindwall deserves some credit for, after trying out that man-to-man, giving up a couple quick points and then making the adjustment back to the 2-3 zone.
Todd, I couldn't agree with you more, Todd. He made that quick. He did 2 possessions. We scored 5 points. He was quickly back into the 2-3 zone. He didn't let his pride make him stick it out, and it paid off for them. Now the ball's inbounded. Center of the key to Ulette, who's working center of the court towards the left wing. Towards center, she gets a pick by Lynch and looks for Gentry on the right wing and can't find her. That'll be turned over to St. Joseph's.
And they came out in man-to-man, St. Joe's did on that, so we'll see if they stick with it and if Trumbull can take advantage, try and get something at the basket.
Yeah, the coach may want them to work that and see if they can maybe make some man-to-man adjustments and come out in the second half and work it. Now, St. Joe's on their end of the court over Hines. Working on the left wing here, inside to Kirsten Rodriguez, who drop steps, works to the basket, cut off nicely, kicks it out to number 15, Erica Stevens. 3-second violation on the Lady Cadets. That will turn the ball over to Trumbull. Gentry to inbound. St. Joe's in their 2-2-1 matchup, full court press. Ulette takes it back to Gentry. Back to Ulette, working it up, token pressure. Gentry now brings it over, and Gentry.
As soon as we say it, and leave it to Coach Lindwall, say, hey, 1 possession of man, now we're back in that 2-3.
Absolutely, there's a kick that'll keep the ball on the Eagles' end, but you're absolutely right, Todd. He didn't stick in that long, maybe he just wanted to give him a little false look to see if it changed up their offense.
I credit Trumbull, too, just on the defensive end throughout even the first half. Their help defense truly was phenomenal, given the size of this St. Joe's lineup.
I couldn't agree with you more. They worked real hard on the boards. They got their hands on a lot of balls that they maybe shouldn't have got their hands on based on the size disadvantage. St. Joseph's coming this way quickly. Catherine Rodini over to number 15, Erica, and the Eagles take it across half court. Gentry with the ball top of the key. Right wing to Ulette, works it to the middle, back to Gentry, who pulls up for 3 pump fakes. Over to Stoltz, also pump fake there. This 2-3 zone is just matching up really well. They're extending it. 3-point for Gentry, in and out. Good hustle by Sarah Stoltz with the long board. She finds Gentry, who drives and kicks to number 3, Ulette, who pump fakes and takes it to the basket. Doesn't fall. Rodriguez rebound over to Catherine Rodini. Rodini now looking for Erica Stevens on the left wing. Saves it back in, and that is off St. Joe's Eagles ball.
The way this game has played out so far really has been the story of two different styles. If you notice, St. Joe's after a rebound really looking to push. They throw it ahead. Rudini does a nice job seeing every player in front of her. You know, Trumbull seems to be a little confused. All right, should we push the pace? Should we pass it back and forth? And they've been unable to penetrate the zone so far.
I agree. And here's a three-point look. Again, in and out by Sarah Stoltz there. And now Kaylee Carson brings it up for the Cadets. St. Joe's over half court. Carson top of the key working on Lily Seltenreich. Now over to Kasuchi and Kirsten Rodriguez. Their bigs way out high. Carson covered on the corner, and she's called for a travel there. Great defense by Lily Seltenreich there.
Yeah, it's actually a triangle and two out of Trumbull right there, where they took away two of the St. Joe's players and really zoned up on the inside. Again, that element of surprise, these tactics going back and forth with these two coaches. Let's see how many more different defenses we can identify.
Absolutely. Listen, Tobish has always done a great job with his girls. He's outsized in strength there maybe, but he's keeping these girls fighting, and they're trying, and it's great to see.
No doubt, no doubt. They work hard each and every day, and I'll tell you, you can't discredit that. They are playing the game the right way, and there's different moments where the ball bounces. Like you said during the halftime break, the ball bounces a little bit differently, and maybe we're in a different outcome so far.
And this is a undefeated St. Joseph's basketball team. So nobody in the state has been able to beat them this year, so which doesn't surprise me looking at the talent they have on the court. Hines now at the top, finds Carson. Covered by Seltenreich again, one-on-one. Nice little hand check there. Now Hines in the right wing, looking for Carson again, and she finds her. Trumbull stretching that D and now giving him fits up top. Carson to Kirsten Rodriguez, who's working on Garrity. She pumps it into Kasuchi, who kicks it out to Hines for a baseline jumper. In and out, no good. That'll be an over the back on Carson.
Credit Seltenreich just for making the good block out there. You know, there wasn't much contact overall, but sometimes when the smaller players on the inside, they can sell that foul.
I would agree with you. She had perfect position, and she did get a little contact on the back, and, you know, that's a call that can, when you have the right position, you can draw. Now inbound to Gentry and back over to Stoltz. Token pressure by St. Joe's. They're just sort of taking some time off the clock, making them work a little to get it over, not really pushing too hard on the press. Now Gentry drives all the way in and kicks out to Seltenreich for a two-point jumper. That's a long two, foot on the line. But Seltenreich with a nice stroke there.
And
now
the 16-point run finally comes to an end.
That's right, you're absolutely right, Todd. Now Hines on the left wing, matched up by Garrity, finds Kasuchi. I don't think Trumbull worries about the bigs way out there, but Hines will take that shot. Timeout, Lady Cadets.
It's funny, you mentioned ending the run. I'd love to know how much time elapsed. My quick math tells me that almost 8.5 minutes of game clock went by during that 16-0 run.
I would say you're right. There's 4 minutes left in the third here, and we scored those 5 to quickly start the second. So I think that's probably a good estimate, Todd.
The game was 12-7 at one point.
And when you get these really good teams, a team that's undefeated, which has a lot of balance, when they get on a little bit of a run, they're tough to stop. I see 7 or 8 players on that Cadets lineup that would start on any program in Connecticut, and just coming off the bench, the athleticism and the height and size is they're having a good year for a reason.
No argument for me, but I will say you got to credit Coach Linwall for putting those players together in such a way.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to have some height, it's another thing to get them to do the things that you want them to do.
I agree.
And if you watch the discipline as they play, that ball finds the open player. They rotate extremely well on defense, man or zone. Yeah. And they're tough on the backboards, and some of that is related to size, of course, but some of it's also positioning.
Absolutely, and their jump stops, when you look at the girls, the bigs down low, their drop steps are solid, and when they don't have it, they'll take it to the hoop and kick it out for those open jump shots. And one of the reasons those St. Joe's threes are falling more is they are getting better looks. Nice trap there. Oh, just on the arm there. Seltenreich, good hustle. Kaylee Carson's fouled. I believe it'll be a non-shooting foul. Looked like it was on the arm. out of bounds to the Cadets.
Again, there's those plays by Coach Tobich from a sense, giving a different look out of a timeout.
Yep. Rudini takes it all the way around to the right baseline.
Good trap again.
Trap. Hines now down low. Drop step. Can't finish. Great look. Schultz with the defensive rebound, and now she takes it the other way herself. She kicks it out to Lauren Wright on the left wing, who top of the key to Gentry, who's going back to the left wing. She gets a pick from Stoltz and drives, kicks out to Seltenreich. Stoltz, right wing, working towards the top of the key. Over to Lauren Wright.
It's actually really impressive to watch. The way that St. Joe's is playing this man-to-man defense, it makes it look like a zone. They're in such good help across the board. Trumbull just seems a little confused. But now here they are. They're running their man flex sets. We're getting a little better movement than we saw, and hopefully some curl action towards the hoop is what, and there it is.
Yeah, and that's great look. Oh, great defensive play by Catherine Rudini there.
All FCF.
Yeah, she's a solid player. Now Hines at the top of the key, down to the baseline for Erica Stevens, who hits a long two-pointer.
She's had the stroke today, for sure, Stevens has.
Yeah, she missed a couple early, and she kept firing, so you know the confidence is there, and the coach's confidence in her is there to not worry about those early misses, and she's made a bunch since. Good look by Stoltz. Gets her own rebound and finish. Nice job by Sarah Stoltz. She had a good look from about 12 feet, gets her offensive rebound, great hustle and putback. Now Rudini over to Stevens to Kaylee Carson, who finishes. Great ball movement.
We might have a cramp here.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. She finished on the layup, and then I don't know if she rolled an ankle or just got, like you said, a cramp.
Just from the way she went up, it didn't appear to be an awkward landing or something, but she's grabbing that right calf. Hopefully she's okay. She's had another heck of a ball game.
She's been playing great. Yes, absolutely. Very athletic, great point guard type player. She made a couple three-pointers and a couple takes.
And we're stretching now, so it makes me think cramp.
Yeah. Well, with 2:12 to go here in the third, it is 32-11. Eagles did have a good look in that man-to-man set. The motion was good. The ball movement was good. Gentry took it to the hole and just ran into a very athletic defender there who had her by a couple inches.
Tell you, credit Coach King and both schools for putting together a nice event like this tonight. It's always nice to have a good turnout, and we appreciate you guys live streaming the game here on the 10 Network, and to all our fans out there, thanks for tuning in. This is really a nice night here for the community.
It really is fun, and I think we're going to see it continue to pack as the boys' game is coming near. And it's also on Trumbull Community Television, so it can be watched live as well, which is exciting for those who can't get out to the game. And there's a lot of folks that wanted to come to the game that couldn't get tickets because it was a sellout.
Sold out very quickly, too, so I think it was about 3 hours. It was tremendous last night.
And this was the game for the last few years had been played at Alumni Hall at Fairfield U, but with Fairfield U demolishing that building and putting up a new one, forced to bring the game back on campus, which we're happy to host it here, but hopefully if the building is up in time for next year, we can play this rivalry game in their new building. Maybe it'll have to wait till 2024. Who knows how fast that building is being put up, but it's always a great event no matter where we play it.
It is, and that Alumni Hall, the last time we did play there, Trumbull swept it, and it was exciting, and way to finish the building for us, but that building has memories. I played a lot of basketball in there when I was in high school and college, so good memories of Alumni Hall, but I'm sure they're going to make it big and beautiful, try to attract some higher level athletes there, because their basketball program has been down a little bit at Fairfield U, and they used to be a serious, MAC powerhouse.
Got the 18 on the mic.
That was Coach Linwall.
Yep. So after the break, or not for great reason. Carson, who had a cramp, it looks like, and she looks okay now. Trumbull will take the ball, inbounds to the 2-2-1 full court pressure, back and forth. Ulette takes it over, works against Rodini, kicks it over to Lauren Wright, down in the baseline to Elizabeth Lynch, who finds Rylan Massey top of the key. Now over to Stoltz. I'm sorry, that's Ulette. Right wing over to Lynch, back to Ulette. And Lynch will take a three, nothing doing there off the backboard. Rebound Casucci, and she kicks it to Rodini, who takes it the other way for St. Joe's. Now she finds Hines, baseline to Stevens, back to Hines. In deep to Casucci, who can't finish. Good look. Rebound by Elizabeth Lynch, and kick to Ulette to take it down for the Eagles.
This is a very long lineup that St. Joe's has put on the floor here.
100%, and they are mixing up the 2-3 zone with the man-to-man. So on the miss, it looks like they're going into a man-to-man, but when they scored, they went into a 2-2-1 full court, dropping back to a 2-3. So Linwall's got them understanding what to do on every possession. Ball was going out of bounds. Good hustle play by Hines. Danae Hines saved it off of, actually is off Trumbull, so it'll be Eagle ball. Who inbounds to Ulette, top of the key.
Just under a minute to play here in the third.
Mary Lynch now in the game, over to Massey, over to Ulette. Not looking inside much. Now Elizabeth Lynch over to Lauren Wright, who's working on Hines at top of the key. A little drive and dish. And Mary Lynch takes it all the way, blocked by Casucci. Off of
Came back
Lynch.
into her, off of Lynch, going to be St. Joe's ball.
She probably didn't feel it because she was confused why it was St. Joe's, but it was blocked off of her back. Good defensive play there by Casucci. Now Casucci kicks it to Rodini, top of the key. Good hustle play there by number 3, Ulette, for the Eagles. Knocks it out of bounds, and St. Joe's will bring it in from a side inbound. Casucci's going to be the inbounder. St. Joe's stacks. Finds Rodini over the top, who finds Erica Stevens. Danae Hines, top of the key, pulls up for a long 2. In and out. Stevens with the offensive board to Kirsten Rodriguez, who drop steps, takes it to the hole, can't finish. And here comes Ulette the other way fast.
3 seconds.
Coast to coast, can't finish. Great attempt by Ulette, good hustle play.
So when the Trumbull defense is able to make a lineup like this and St. Joe's miss a shot, which we didn't see too many misses throughout that quarter, they really do need to push the ball up the court just like Olette did on that last possession. And it's interesting, she did it because of the time and score, but if you notice, she was able to beat that longer lineup down the court, and it was probably our best shot attempt for the Eagles.
I don't disagree. You're right on the money. They should probably do that more. And St. Joseph's is clearly the bigger team, but let's see if they can run at that pace. I think, and Lindwald's doing a good job with that 2-2-1 token full court pressure. He's really not trapping and going for steals. What it does is it slows the game down, and that suits his style.
It's an effort, like you said, it's token, but it's slowing the game down.
Yep.
And now the clock becomes the foe, even more so than the scoreboard of Trumbull High School. So you got to get some easy things in conversion. You got to push the ball a little bit, but then on the other side, you want to get good shots. So Coach Lindwall has executed this defensive game plan masterfully. I have to say, the offense will come and go. I think we've seen games where St. Joe's has scored 32 points in a quarter.
Yeah.
The fact that the score right now is 32-11 kind of is a testament, I think, to the defensive mind that he doesn't want to let the Eagles get in a rhythm.
Yeah, and with this lead, I think he's doing the right thing, because at this point, there's not enough time in the game at this pace to come back, even if his team didn't score another point the rest of the way at the pace. If you pick up the pace, you're only playing into the team that's behind. So now, jump ball arrow is in favor of the Cadets. Casucci inbounds to Rodini, who works top of the key over to Casucci, back to Rodini. Good ball movement. St. Joe's pressuring. And over to Danae Hines, finds Rodini, pump fake, kicks it to Hines, back to Stevens, into Kirsten Rodriguez. Great ball movement, and Rodini can't finish, but Casucci with the offensive board. They must have had 5 passes in 4 seconds. It was just quick ball movement, great work. Now Gentry taking it over court for the Eagles, over to Stoltz. Finds Lily Seltenreich, who works it to the top of the key. She finds Stoltz, right wing, back to the top in Massey. Over to Gentry. And stolen by Erica Stevens, guarded by Gentry. Pulls up, turnaround, can't make it, but offensive board by St. Joe's, and now Hines all the way to the hoop, can't finish. Scramble for the ball.
Hines got on the floor right after that.
Yes, absolutely. Both teams, great hustle. 4 or 5 girls on the floor hustling for the ball there. And the possession arrows in favor of the Lady Eagles, so they will take it up.
That 2-2-1, now they're going to fall back into that 2-3.
Yeah, usually they've been falling back into the 2-3 from the 2-2-1. Great hustle again. That's a back-to-back jump balls, and this one will go to the Cadets. Rudini will take the ball and find Hines on the left wing. Back to Rudini, who's controlling the offense. She finds Casucci over the top. To Kirsten Rodriguez, kicks it out to Erica Stevens. Nothing there, doing good defense. Hines quickly to Casucci. That's a great play there. Almost a little jump hook. Here's Ulette working on Rudini, kicks it out to Seltenreich for 3. Just off the back of the rim, knocked out of bounds by Hines. So that'll stay with the Eagles underneath.
I think the last 3 was by Garrity. Definitely, we got a small lineup out there for Trumbull and a very long lineup out there for St. Joe's.
Okay, here's Ulette with the ball working on Casucci one-on-one. Nice take against the big one. And one. That was a nice take to the hole. And Todd, you said that was something that we had to do more of, and she went against their tallest girl and took it right in, drew the foul, gets the bucket, and has one coming.
So obviously with a smaller lineup, you get an advantage in quickness when you play against a bigger player most times. But then you look on the other side, and you can't sub in your bigger lineup for just defense all the time.
Yep.
So we're going to see if St. Joe's can take advantage of the size on offense, which they have effectively done for the first 3 quarters plus.
Yep. Here's the one, and that is good by Ulette with the old school 3-point play. Now in the game for Ulette is Massey, who's going to cover Casucci on the ball. This is now a matchup full court press. Much more pressure than the token they've been doing. Finds Rudini, who quickly gets it to Erica Stevens. Nice break, now back to the top with Rudini, who's going to reset the offense, look to take some clock off. Finds Rodriguez, top of the key, dumps it to Casucci, can't keep it.
A nice rotation by Emma Gentry on that play to cause the turnover.
Yeah, the girls are, regardless of the score, one thing you got to love with Tobish's teams, they're never going to give up. Their energy level doesn't drop from start to finish. These girls are playing as if this is a tight game, and you got to love to see that.
So Olette back into the game now for offense as Massey goes to the bench. So looks like maybe that's part of the tactic is we use Olette on offense and then maybe
rotate Massey in when you can.
Massey in when you can. Get a little bit of size at least on the defensive end.
Yep. Garrity to right, over to Ulette. Drives, pulls up from about 12.
Got a roll.
And gets the roll. 5 in a row quickly for Ulette here. Eagles playing with pride here down the stretch. Nice hustle play by Garrity.
And she got the turnover.
She knocked it off Erica Stevens' leg. That's a great play by Megan Garrity.
30-second timeout here, I think, by the Eagles.
Well, Tobish has got to be happy with his girls' energy level on those last few possessions. They're coming out hard. They didn't get. There's no quit in them, which is great to see.
That's one of the things you look for too, especially teams that have seniors. You know, when they have Olette and Gentry, Stoltz, when Emmy is there, I think you want to see them set that expectation that we're going to play hard for the full 32 minutes.
And you know, this is a 6-6 FCAC Trumbull team that is absolutely going to make a run to get into the FCAC playoff contention. And even Tobish now, even if the game might be out of reach with 5 minutes to play, these combinations of players might show him something. He might say, wow, those 5 work good together, and that's something he could take the rest of the way. And we might look at the St. Joe's game in the playoffs and come out in a totally different mindset with what they've learned from today. Gentry now for 3, and that one falls.
No, you're absolutely right. If Trumbull can put together a couple more good games, you know, you could be looking at an 8-1 matchup.
Oh, and a steal
by Wright.
Knocked out of bounds by Lauren Wright. Great hustle play. She stole the ball but couldn't get possession of it before it rolled out of bounds. And defensive possession, I think what you talked about, Todd, they're going with the size on the defensive end.
He's going man-to-man, though, so they're going to try and keep that pace up. Like we said, we need to play games of pace, start to push it a little bit.
Inbounds over the top to Kasuchi, who's going with that jump hook again. Can't get it to go off the rim. She gets her own rebound and dribbles it out, looking for Rudini, and she finds her. Rudini picks up the dribble, gets it inside to Kirsten Rodriguez, who finds Hines on a cut to the basket. And that's a nice and-one play. Great ball movement. Kasuchi took it out, found Rudini. Rudini found Rodriguez, who quickly found a cutting Hines, and just good awareness by Danae Hines, who saw the ball go to Rodriguez and instantly made a slash to the basket, knowing she's going to get the ball.
And now that the sub by Tobic here on the free throw set, you got the smaller, quicker lineup coming in for offense.
And the one shot is good. And now Gentry with the ball back to Ulette. Over to Gentry, who gets past Stevens, takes it up, finds Seltenreich, pump fakes. Good move in the corner. Finds Gentry. Great work, top of the key. In and out, good look. Still pushing it. Rudini to Erica Stevens, kicks it back to Rudini. Now down low to Rodriguez, who can't hold on. Ball to Gentry with the offensive board, and she goes over the top to Lauren Wright, all the way to the hoop. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Again, one of the first fast break opportunities that the Eagles have had tonight.
Yeah, and here comes that defensive set once again. Tobish is going to come with 4 bigs here, and Lauren Wright will shoot 2, so they won't come in until after the first free throw.
I think you bring up a great point, though, that, you know, although this game score-wise may not represent maybe the approach that Trumbull can take, if they were to meet again, I think the teams learn a lot about each other.
Yep.
And you never can discredit the coaching of Coach Tobic here, because I can tell you, he'll be spending a lot of time reviewing this film and then seeing if there's something that maybe he missed that he can use again.
Yeah, and this is a tremendous undefeated St. Joseph's basketball team with a lot of size and talent. So nobody's figured him out yet, and Tobish will work on it. He's really made some great changes in the second half.
Fourth quarter, truly.
Especially, right.
Yeah.
So off the mark there, 20-39. Rudini takes it up to the center, pulls up for jumper from 12, can't get it. Erica Stevens gets the offensive board and draws a foul, shooting foul. She'll shoot 2. Good defense there by Trumbull, but they could not get the offensive board. They got the original stop, but unfortunately, the loose ball went back to Erica Stevens, and she quickly was fouled on a shoot.
I like how Trumbull got the points into the 20 range. Just looking at it, it's more respectable now.
100%, Jeff. They absolutely had no quit in them. They played hard, and they're still playing hard. And I really do. I think Tobish, coach could see some things and some combinations of players that he might want to use as the season progresses. Now Stevens will have one more shot, which is up, and that one is good. Gentry inbounds to Ouellette. Over to Gentry. Back to Ouellette. This is the token pressure they've shown all night on the 2-2-1 full court. Kicks it out in the baseline. Stoltz, quick ball movement. Three-pointer off the mark, but offensive rebound by Megan Garrity, who finds Lauren Wright at the top of the key, and they'll reset. Looking for Gentry. Gentry drives to the baseline and finds Lauren Wright underneath. Goes up for a shot. We got a miscommunication. One ref has a block clean and one has a foul, and it's going to be a shooting foul.
And that was one of the few times that Trumbull actually penetrated well into the paint. We hadn't seen that a lot in this game. They did a good job of it on that last series of plays, and then the ball gets blocked, but they at least forced it in this time.
I agree, and it's just it's forcing the action down low, and they just picked up the pace here in this second half, and they really played into St. Joseph's strength in the first half, like trying to move it on the wing, and they didn't penetrate and they didn't go fast. But first one by Lauren Wright is up and good, and she'll have one more coming. With 3:07, it's a 19-point game as we stand here. Second shot is coming, and it's up, and it is also good. Nothing but net on both of those for Lauren Wright. Now they're in that matchup, full court press. Inbound to Rudini, back to Danae Hines quickly, who takes it up herself. She's cut off by Ouellette. We'll have to kick it back out to Rudini. Kirsten Rodriguez, top of the key. She's looking for Kasuchi down low and finds her. That's just good offensive basketball with a big down low. Trumbull has to be aggressive, so they're going to be a little vulnerable to that. Now Gentry takes it the other way, top of the key. Finds Ouellette on the left wing. Into Sarah Stoltz, who drives, kicks it to Gentry, who drives, baseline, kicks it to Lauren Wright. Three-pointers blocked. Rebound by Rudini over the top to Erica Stevens. She's going full court, kicks it back out to Kasuchi, who finds Rudini to reset the offense. Top of the key, Rudini, covered by Lauren Wright. She finds Erica Stevens on the left wing, now back to Rudini. Lauren Wright with very good defense here. Rudini handles it and finds Stevens back at the top. Now Kasuchi by herself finds Danae Hines. They're in a little bit of a weave here. Looks like they're taking off some clock with the lead they have. Now they're looking inside. Rudini finds Kasuchi with the jump hook. Can't make it. Gentry gets the defensive board and finds Lauren Wright over the top, who saves the ball. Unfortunately to St. Joe's, great hustle play. Good look for Trumbull. They obviously are pushing the ball given the score of the game and time. So good effort. Rudini now has it. Danae Hines the win, and it looks like St. Joe's is about to empty their bench with a minute and a half to go here in a 20-point lead. Erica Stevens, top of the key. Check foul by number 12, Wright.
On that break from Trumbull, that was one of the first times where nearly saw them get a clean break right to the basket, and
yeah,
the pass was just a little too far in front of her to be able to get the layup.
Yep, just a good look and a good effort. And both teams emptying the bench here, getting some girls in that don't get a lot of action, and future of both programs in many cases. Good hustle by Seltenreich. She has got a lot of great quality minutes this game. Good defensive play there. Knocked back out, top of the key. Number 31 for St. Joseph's. That's Abby Savoy with the ball. Over to number 33, Erin Levette, who finds, I can't see the number, unfortunately. The Cadets' jerseys are a little tough to read the numbers. That's number 20, Erin Donegan with the 2. Saltenreich over the top to number 25, Lucy Carlson. Back to Saltenreich. Finds number 23, Abby Grottadaria. Grottadaria passes, moves over to Saltenreich, working on St. Joe's defender at top of the key. Kicks it over to number 5. That's Jafrika Chambers. Takes it to the hole, kicks it out to Lynch. 14 seconds to play in the ball game. St. Trumbull looking for a shot, and that is Chambers with a jump shot, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, off Trumbull. That'll be the Lady Cadets ball. Trumbull will come out in a full court press, but this should just about do it with 6 seconds to go, Jeff. Inbound to number 31, Saltenreich with pressure. 2 seconds to go, and that should do it.
Well, unlike the doubleheader the last time we called this, St. Joe's gets the first game, but the boys are getting ready to play the second game. The St. Joe's team comes out to congratulate the girls' team.
It was a competitive basketball game. The girls, just a great finish by the Trumbull Eagles. They could have quit at that point. Midway through the third, they were down 28-7 and really made a game, like just a competitive game all the way. It was nice to see, and I think Tobish might have found something for games moving forward with some player combinations that he might want to use again.
Yeah, even from the first 2 minutes, you had described, you said that they're playing like it's, you know, a tie game with a minute left to go. They played hard all the way from the beginning. We'll wait till